Hey, it's Tara Cooney here, registered acupuncturist in Ontario, Canada. And on this show today, Acu Show and Tell, I have Sarah Ward here. She's a registered acupuncturist in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Thank you, Sarah, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
As many of you may know, Sarah and I have a really long history together. We went to school together a bajillion years ago. We had babies at the same time. We opened up the Village Community Acupuncture together, and we wrote a book on TCM nutrition called Yin Yang Reset. But today we are going to be talking about insomnia, something that I'm sure all of us see in practice all the time. And we're going to discuss one case, and I'm going to give my points, what I actually did with the client. This is a case of mine, and Sarah is going to share what points she did, giving you two options to see how you would want to treat a client who comes in with this presentation. Are you good for me to get started?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. So the client is a male. He is late 40s, high stress, high pressure job, works many hours, came in for insomnia. He said that he goes to bed pretty late at night, around 11:30, 12. He likes to stay up late so that he can get really tired before he goes to sleep. He has a practice of meditating before he goes to bed at nighttime. Wakes up most nights around 3 a.m., wide awake. His pattern is he gets up, goes and has a glass of water, comes back to bed, puts on earphones and listens to some sort of meditation, able to go back to sleep. So he'll be up from 3, stay up for the day and start his work day. Um, he wakes up generally every day at 6 a.m. and says on average he gets about 5 hours sleep, but after talking to him, it seems more like it's 3 hours sleep. He said his energy is pretty good, like a 7 out of 10. His stress levels are higher than average because he used to work out 4 to 6 days a week. Also, has not been seeing practitioners regularly, which he uses for support. And so he said his stress levels are pretty high right now. So, if you saw somebody like that, what would you do?
Yeah, well, initially when we kind of talked about it, there was a few missing pieces for me. Just kind of like your overall sense of him when he kind of came in the room. Was there any kind of undertone of like an emotional imbalance or anything that really stood out to you physically that you noticed about him? And there wasn't really for you.
No,
My
when you asked me and I had to think about it, I mean, people when they first come in can be quiet because they're like, you don't know each other yet, so you're building a relationship.
Mhm.
But I got like the feeling of warmth from him.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, the a missing element here for me is the digestive health. And there's lots to be said about when someone, if you ask about digestive health and they say that they're fine,
Yeah.
usually they're not. But for me, like while he sounds like he's like waking up at this 3 o'clock, everything sounds kind of livery about him, but also the fact that he was quite calm and he has a meditative practice seems to me like yes, there is maybe some underlying liver stuff, but also like a transporting and transforming digestive health that needs to be mm, nurtured, maybe.
Yeah.
So my points would have been a Maj 9 for balance method practitioners. You'll know it really well. It's what is it? On one hand, it is large 4, Sanjiao 5. On that same side, the yang side, it'll be the yin, so it'll be like liver 8, spleen 9,
Yeah.
and then on the other leg, stomach 36, GB 41, and then the other hand is PC 6, heart 5,
Yeah.
lung 7.
Awesome.
So you know those points are super important. A
Yeah.
lot of some of them are the luo connecting points, which I find really helpful in that spiritual realm of like sleep with that shen that we really want to be touching on.
Mhm.
So yeah, really focusing on like core. My
Yeah.
add-on points in that Maj 8 would or Maj 9 would be liver 3, gallbladder 41,
Yeah.
respective to yin and yang sides.
Okay.
And then probably sympathetic in the ear,
Okay.
do 20, maybe do 24 and Shishenchong.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, those are great, great, great points. I use them a lot.
Hmm.
I had never really done that kind of digestive focus, Mag 9 for insomnia. Um, I tend to go more towards like a restless, like heart kidney combo, or I'm going more to like a liver gallbladder combo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then so what I had did for him, how I would go about treating him is I did yin tong on the ears, shenmin behind the ears, and mien. And then for the body, from a balance method practitioner, it's called Dui and Xiaoyang, but it is
Yeah.
57 and 3, and then or like pericardium.
Go gallbladder.
Gallbladder 34 and 41. The other side, the opposite leg side, is liver 3 and 8. And then the opposite side hand would be Sanjiao 3 and 10. So that's what I did. The response I got from the client was a lot of feeling of like relaxation, good feelings. You could tell, even though there's warmth, there was like a letting go, there was a softness that happened.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we have one case, two acupuncturists, and two different ways that we would approach this person. And yeah, I just really appreciate you coming on the show, Sarah. It was really fun, and we will come back and do many more cases together.
Love it. Thanks, Tara.
Thanks.